Interior styles are so overwhelming, there are so many and the new styles just keep popping up. But you know what? I have made it fun and easy for you. In this video, each famous style is represented by a famous person. Stick around, the results might surprise you. Hello guys, my name is Anastasia and I'm obsessed with everything interior design. On this channel we will dive into some home decor ideas, DIYs, organizational hacks and plenty of interior design tips. Let's get started. First style we will talk about is a minimalism, and who can be the better representation of this style than George Orwell? His worldview and his writing style was emphasizing the rejection of excess and minimalism in general. So I think George Orwell would appreciate the functional spaces, the less is more philosophy, and he would be really glad to live in minimal place. And also, as I know from his biography, a big chunk of his life before he became a famous writer, he was living in the small apartment in Paris, and I heard that he really survived there. And I think from this time he kind of used to the minimalism and to have less things because he just cannot afford more. So let's talk about minimalism. Minimalism is the style which is all about simplicity, functionality, and putting outside only things that really matter, using only items in the interior that are intentional. Calm and open spaces with clean lines, neutral tone, and less is more is the mindset of this style. So this is quite aesthetic style, and some people think that is really only one chair, one bed and nothing else, but it's not true. You can also decorate your environment, but without using the excessive ornamentation and many decorative pieces. So minimalism is about clean lines, about open planning, about a lot of light and space in the room. Every piece is functional or it has some aesthetic value, and no excessive decoration or many pieces of decor. You only concentrate on the things that really matters for you in this space. And if you think there is no color, no artwork, you're wrong.
This is all wrong.
There is color, there is artworks that you can place in this style, but they rather in a modern style, or they rather abstract paintings, for example, or photographs, but not really detailed and not with many patterns or colors mixed in one. So materials that are usually used in this style are stone, concrete and raw timber materials. Next style is kind of similar to it, and I think many people think it's almost the same, but it's not. It's Scandinavian style, or scandi. Well, it might be really interesting who represent scandi, because for me it's Sisters Olsen, because of their brand Raw and because of their kind of minimalist clothing style. Even though they not really close to this Swedish or Norwegian culture, they are still close in their mindset to it, if you know what I mean. So Sisters Olsen are minimalistic in some way, but sophisticated, and they are simple in their style and fashion. So let's talk about Scandinavian style. So Scandinavian style is inspired by the home styles in the Nordic countries like Sweden, Norway and Denmark. And it has this light, airy vibe as well as minimalism, which also emphasizing simplicity and functionality. I would say the main difference Scandinavian style of minimalist style is more cozy. We have here more textures, we have here more colors. Yes, they are muted, but they are pastel colors. We have here also functionality, but we have also coziness and atmosphere. So Scandi style usually uses different textures, rugs, different throws and blankets. Simple but still decorative objects. Also kind of minimal in its own way, but I think it's still more details and more coziness, but still in a clean, airy spaces. So the materials are also natural, is light wood like birch and pine, natural fabrics, wool, linen and leather. So next one is also similar similar to scandi, but is a little bit with different aftertaste, I would say, is Japandi. And surprisingly, the representative of Japandi is Keanu Reeves. So why Keanu Reeves, you would ask? I think he is just this simple, down-to-earth person. He's without any frills. He's reserved, and I think he would be really natural in Japandi. So let's talk about this wonderful style, which becomes more and more popular every year. Somewhere in the spectrum between Scandinavian and Japanese interior designs, low furniture and natural materials are the two core elements of this style. It's calm, also minimalist in a way, but also down to earth and having this coziness from Scandinavian style. It has also neutral tones and muted colors, mostly on the natural color palette side. The furniture usually low profiled and functional and clean lined pieces, is minimal decor, is natural textures. Very prominent in Japandi interiors are branches, these little plants that are also minimal, but it has its own beauty. A lot of stone, some paper pendants, something that creates the cozy glow but still very simple and minimalist. As scandi, it's also about the natural materials and also this airy look and feel. Also patterns might be in this style but really subtle, not in a crazy colors or not with the crazy ornaments. So the main focus is on mindful living and the comfort and simplicity. The materials are also natural, light woods as scandi, bamboo, linen, wool and ceramics. So next style is contemporary and is represented by George Clooney. Why him, you would ask? Because this guy is sophisticated, stylish, and he has a classic modern look. I would think this style would suit him. So this style, contemporary, is basically reflects what it means, because it means the style that is modern and popular now at this same moment. So contemporary style 10 years ago is very different from contemporary styles now, and also the style now is very different from contemporary style that will be even 5 years in the future, even 1 year in the future. Style always revolves. There are some things that become more popular, something that become more out of date. Let's talk about current contemporary design for this day in 2025. So it's clean and ever evolving style with a neutral tones. Now it's a clean style and it's airy, fresh and comfortable. So it's balancing style and practicality. The colors are neutral tones with bold accents, I would say, often using whites, grays, blacks and occasionally some bright colors. Furniture is sleek and simple. There are still, of course, popular designs of the furniture that are contemporary now, also with the smooth lines and minimal ornamentation. The accent is statement art pieces, geometric patterns, and also some selective decor that enhances the place without creating the clutter. And the materials are glass, metal, wood, stone and also modern synthetic fabrics. Now we talk about one of my favorite style. It's a really frivolous style. It's Bohemian or boho, which is represented by Jane Birkin for me. So if you know, or maybe you not know, who is Jane Birkin, you know this Hermes Birkin bag. This bag is named particularly after Jane Birkin. It's the other story, okay? So Jane Birkin was a famous British-French actress, designer and model, singer as well, and she was really stylish. She associates with this frivolous aesthetics, this simplicity and being in peace with yourself and with the others. For me, Bohemian style is actually quite connected to the hippie movement, which celebrated freedom, individuality and also relaxing, eclectic and artistic vibe. So because Jane Birkin was an artist, I think it's perfect representation for this style. So the vibe is free-spirited, is really eclectic and artsy, as I said earlier, and it's celebrating individuality and creativity. Warm colors mixed with jewel tones, and also it has earthy hues and vibrant patterns. The furniture is really interesting for this style because it's mix of handcrafted pieces, maybe where you grab somewhere on your trip. It's like a little bit nomad style interior for me, and some vintage vintage pieces, some global inspired pieces. The accents of this style: natural materials, different textiles, rugs and cushions, some eclectic decor as well, from all around the world in different styles. The atmosphere is the cozy, is like lived in and inviting, but still it has feel of expression of the person who lives there, with the things that they brought from their travels, with some vintage items that they found on the sale, and their own personality is showcasing really well in this style. The materials of the boho style, usually natural, is wood, rattan is weaker and natural fibers, macrame cotton, linen and also leather. So I hope you really had fun with this video as I did. Please write down in the comments if you want to see more about one particular style. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.